Have you ever spent time, money, and resources to document all your processes and procedures, to create SOPs or standard operating procedures for your business, just to have them be unused or outdated within moments? Well, stay tuned, because in this video, I'm going to go through 4 ways that you can actually keep your processes and procedures up to date, keep those documents alive and working for you so that you can easily train, hire, and grow your business with ease. Stay tuned. So often business owners know the importance of documenting all the processes and procedures, but either it becomes a backburnered issue or they've tried it before and it doesn't actually work for their business. It doesn't change anything. It doesn't help them in any way. And so they never actually use them. Well, oftentimes it's because these processes and procedures are outdated so quickly. You've spent time, money, and resources making these SOPs, making these standard operating procedures, documenting all your systems, and then within a couple of weeks or a month or two, they are completely outdated. Your employees are doing something different than what's documented. You're hiring somebody new and they're getting information that's different than what's going on paper. You get new employees and they're bringing in their own expertise, their own skills, and their knowledge. And so they're applying that to your business. And all of a sudden, within a few months, your processes and procedures that you spent so much time documenting are no longer useful. They're no longer up to date. They're basically just collecting dust on a shelf. Well, don't let this happen to you. I'm Liz Chisholm, and I love helping business owners create freedom through systems. This means helping them create, document, implement, and even optimize their business systems so that their business can run, grow, and scale with ease. I'm not here for another piece of paper on how to do certain things. I'm here to actually make that paper work for you, to not have your SOPs or standard operating procedures collect dust on a shelf. I'm here to actually help you make a difference in your business through systems. If you want my help in systematizing your business and actually making those systems work for you, then click the link below. And as always, subscribe to this channel because I drop a new video every single week to help you create freedom through your business and not just have a business that takes all your time and all your freedom. So we're talking about how to keep your SOPs and processes and procedures all up to date. Now, SOPs are the standard operating procedures in your business. They are the documented ways of doing your business, of creating success in your business. Now, it is very important to actually document your processes and procedures because if it's not documented, there's too many assumptions and your success is not continued from employee to employee. In fact, what happens is it becomes like a kid's game of telephone, where the first person starts out with a message, and that's usually you. You pass on a message on how to do something to your first employee, and they then pass it on to another employee. So like the kid's game of telephone, the first person has a message and they whisper that message into the next person's ear. And then whenever that next kid hears, they take that message and then pass it on to the next kid, and so on and so forth. However, several kids later, you always have this jumbled message that has nothing to do with the original message. Well, that's what your systems will be like if you don't actually document them, if you're not actually writing down how to do everything. There's so many assumptions that can happen in your business, and you don't want your success of your business to be an assumption. You want it to be a guarantee. So how do you actually create and then keep all of your SOPs up to date, all of your systems and processes and procedures constantly working for you, not just this one-time piece of paper and then all of a sudden things change. Even people like McDonald's have a SOP that changed when COVID happened. So just because they are the king of all systems doesn't mean that their systems are constantly changing and growing. I can guarantee you that when McDonald's started years and years ago, the systems that they put in place then does not look anything like the systems that are in place now. So it is very important to have your systems constantly up to date and constantly optimized so that they're working for your business and helping you guarantee your success. So I have 4 ways that you can actually keep your SOPs up to date. And I promise they're a little bit easier than you may think. The first way is to create feedback loops. This is probably one of the most powerful things you can do in your SOPs, and that is to create a system to update the system. So you don't want to just leave the updating to chance. You don't want it to just be an assumed update. You want it to have a process on how to update. Who does it? How does it do it? When is it done? When do you make suggestions on when a process needs to be updated and optimized? When do you have discussions on when a process doesn't work and how to then move forward from that? If you have all of that written down and all of that documented, it is much easier for you and your employees to understand how to document your systems. Now, this goes along with number 2, is having your employees and empowering your employees to update those documents, to update that system. Now, I really like to use Google Documents. That way, you're not spending more money on another program. You're not trying to teach your staff a program and a system. You're not trying to add more complications to your processes and procedures. It is all written inside a Google Doc. Now, with that, it's super easy to add people or to create comments and tag people in that comment. So if you have a Google Doc that has your process written down and you say, hey, I've noticed that this process is not working very well, you can open up that document and actually have a discussion within the document about how to optimize that system, and then it's already automatically updated in that. Now, when you then go say, hey, here's a system, and you tag, you add in the comments, you do the @ symbol, and you add an employee's name, then now you empower them to update that document. And then they can actually go in there and create the changes necessary. So you don't have to do all the systems changes. You don't have to do all the updating. By purely just adding their name to it, you can empower your employees to update and keep your processes and procedures current with what you're doing and how you're doing it in your business. The third way to keep your processes and procedures up to date is to create a regularly scheduled systems update. So this could be every week if you're just starting out with systems and you're just starting out documenting them, or it could be every month, or it could be every quarter. I would not suggest doing it every year. That's too long in between double checking all your processes and procedures and making sure they're up to date. But if you just put it in your calendar and say, hey, today we are going to review all of our systems, all of our processes and procedures, and have a discussion, have a dialogue around how we can actually make them up to date and optimize them, your business is going to be better for that. Maybe the 1 to 2 hours that you spend updating all your systems and optimizing them, because this is a perfect opportunity to optimize them, will give you probably hours and hours above and beyond that, because you're now optimizing your systems. So therefore, efficiency can skyrocket, productivity can skyrocket, and your systems are up to date. Now, the fourth way that you can keep your SOPs up to date is by utilizing the opportunity of a new hire. Now, part of the process of hiring someone is to present all the SOPs for them, all the standard operating procedures that they're going to use for their business. Now, this will be a great test to see if they actually work. When somebody from an outside perspective is trying to use your systems and is not producing results, then you can go back and look at the systems and see where you have holes, see where you have things that aren't working very well, see where things aren't made clear, see where they're asking questions and you need to add additional information or add additional training, so that way somebody can be handed an entire SOP packet of all the systems for their position, and then they know how to do it and do it well. This is very important for hiring and growing your team. You know, if it takes you weeks and weeks to hire a new person and go through all the process with training them and get them up to speed on everything, you're losing money at that point in time. But if you have a system to add your employees to your team and you have them use those systems and they're up to date, or up to date them in the process of hiring, then your business is going to skyrocket with every single hire, instead of having a dip in production or a dip in efficiency, but it's going to actually just skyrocket immediately with every new hire. So use that opportunity when you hire somebody to have them review the SOPs, see where it's not clear, see where you need to add information, see where you need to make changes and optimize your systems, and update them so that way your business is staying current with what its documentation says. You don't want your success to be assumed. You don't want your employees to make up how to do everything because efficiency goes down at that point in time. And you don't want your employees to just do things the way they think should be done because they don't understand how they should be done. So make sure that you document your systems and then you have a regular way of updating them using the 4 ways I mentioned in this video. Again, subscribe to this channel for more videos on how to make your business work for you, how to streamline your operations, and how to make freedom come from your business systems. I'll see you in the next video.